Hey y'all, I hope that you're doing well today or tonight. We're gonna be doing something a little bit different than usual this evening, and that would be visual triggers. Now, I've never done visual triggers before, so they may not be the best. I'm kind of just winging it. So, bear with me. It'll take me some practice to get better at it. It being my first time and all. And as I caress your face over the internet, I kind of wanted to talk about a particular topic tonight. And that topic is one that really strikes close to home with me. And that topic is anxiety. Now, don't worry. I'm not going to bore you with my sob stories or anything like that. But I just wanna maybe try to ease some of your anxiety if you're watching this. Now, I won't go into specifics, but I suffer from very, very bad anxiety. A lot of doctors will give you a test for it to kind of help gauge your symptoms or the severity. And I scored very high on the test, which is, in this case, not a particularly good thing. So, I know what it's like to have ruminating thoughts and fears and that pit in your stomach that is so hard to get rid of. I've been there. Truly, I have. If I'm being honest, I'm still there. It's something that I'll have to deal with for the rest of my life. But that's okay, because it's manageable with a little time. And I guess what I want to say is that you are going to get better with time, and things are gonna get much easier as you adjust. It's and I don't laugh to make light of it. I hope that you know when I laugh or giggle, it's to soothe you. It's not to make light. It's to try and bring comfort to a serious topic. I know some of you might not understand that, but that's just how I am. So please don't take any offense, but you know, over time things get better and easier to manage. It doesn't go away, but you get better and better at combating it, and eventually you'll get good enough to where you can just stop yourself from panicking, you know, and stop yourself going down a bad trail before you've even taken half a step down it. I'm not saying that it's an easy task at all. In fact, it's very, very difficult, and it takes a lot of work. But if I can do it, so can you. If I'm being completely honest with myself and with you, today was a rougher day for me and my anxiety. I spent a very large portion of the day thinking and ruminating about things and stories that never happened and will never happen. But that's the thing about anxiety, is it doesn't really care if it's logical or illogical. It doesn't matter. To anxiety, those are the same thing. They're interwoven, interlinked. And you know, that can make it really, really hard to push past. An example I can give you of some anxiety I had today. I was watching a video of an arrest on YouTube. Some guy had stolen something, and he went on the run from the police, and they had caught him. And for whatever reason, even though I've never stole a thing, and the police are not after me, I was very anxious that the police were going to arrest me because I stole. I basically imagined myself as the guy in the video, and my anxiety made it to where I believed that I was him. I knew that I was not him, but again, it doesn't really matter that much to anxiety. It doesn't use logic. It uses fear and nonsense to put you in a bad place. And it's just your body trying to survive and trying to stop you from doing things that may bring you harm or stress. But oftentimes, that ends up bringing us the stress. It's a vicious cycle. And again, I've never stolen a thing. But for whatever reason, that video had triggered my anxiety, and I was worried and having anxious thoughts about being arrested for thievery, a crime I haven't committed. As far as I'm aware, I've never committed any crime. Maybe some weird arbitrary law at some point. There's silly laws out there that exist. Like, I don't remember if I have this 100% correct, but I believe in one state it's illegal to ride your horse after a certain time of day. Something like that. I can't remember anymore, but either way, I've committed no crime, but I was still very, very anxious for no reason. And you know, I let it ruin a good portion of my day because I was so scared and so on edge of something that simply didn't exist. Now, I've heard something that's really helped me immensely over time. And that something was 99% of the things that you fear of happening never end up happening. Now, obviously, I don't believe that's a scientific statistic, but in my personal experience, thinking back over all the years that I've been dealing with this, and all the different fears that I've had, and all the things that I feared would happen to me, I can't think of a single one that ended up coming true. I genuinely can't. I'm not saying that just to make you feel better. I hope it does make you feel better, but I say that out of truth. I've never had one of my big fears that my anxiety has made me think about ever come to fruition. Ever. Not even close to happening, right? So I want you, if you're dealing with anxiety, whatever it may be related to or attached to, I want you to think back long, long ago in your life about something that you once feared, and think if it actually happened. Odds are that thing that ate you up and chewed you up inside never, ever ended up happening. A lot of that fear is just in your head. And that's not to downplay it. It's hard to deal with. In your head is not a pleasant feeling. But they're only fears. They're not real. My specific style of anxiety is catastrophizing things and ruminating on past, present, or future events, whatever they may be. And I cannot think of a single time that the catastrophe I had imagined, or the worst case scenario I had imagined, had come true. I can't think of a single one, not even close to coming true. In fact, it's almost always gone well, actually. It's been the complete opposite of how I had imagined things going. And my papa had always had a saying. He didn't invent this saying. uses it a lot. And the saying goes that it always works out in the end. And if it's not working out, then it's not the end. And that has never once failed me. Not once. There were times when my thoughts and my anxieties were so heavy that frankly, the weight was almost too much for me to bear. And I didn't know how much longer I could take it. But I thought about that. And now here I am, still kicking. I still have my days, but they're much, much better now. And your days? Are going to get better too. I promise. You just gotta hang in there and do what you can. Maybe you deal with things by distracting yourself with things that you enjoy to do, like reading or crochet. Maybe you have to write your feelings out to ground yourself and feel better. That's one of my personal favorites. And maybe you have to talk it out with somebody close, like a friend or a family member or your therapist if you have one. But whatever it is, as long as you try and you do not give up, you'll be able to overcome it. I believe wholeheartedly in you. I am incredibly proud of you for making it as far as you have. It's hard. It's very hard. But here you are, still standing, still pushing forward, and still growing after everything. And that is what matters. You don't have to be perfect. You may have made some terrible mistakes in the past. Things that you may think are just gotta move forward and do what you can and be gentle with yourself, which I know can be so hard. But with enough patience and enough time, you'll be able to get past it. And I promise you that there are far better days ahead for you. Far better. The best day you've had in your entire life. Imagine that, but amplified by 100. You just gotta stick around long enough to reach it. That's all you can do. One step at a time. Being gentle with yourself. And doing what you can to cope with your anxious thoughts. Just always remember that your anxiety, and pardon my harshness here, but anxiety deserves no kind words. Your anxiety is a lying bitch. And you got nothing to worry about. Everything is gonna be A-okay. I promise. You just gotta stick around long enough for it to become A-okay. You got this. I believe in you wholeheartedly. You've got nothing to worry about. We live in reality, not in our minds, where anxiety likes to tell stories that aren't real and lie to you. Just take some deep breaths and relax. You're safe, and everything is going to be okay. I promise. Keep doing your best, y'all. I believe in you. I hope this was able to help a few of you out there. I'm not a therapist. I'm just a guy who has experienced a lot of anxiety and troubles in his life. So I know what it's like, and I just wanted to